Published 1700 EDT, the 7th of September 2017. Updated 0400 EDT, the 8th of September 2017. The Premier League returns with a bang on Saturday lunchtime when Manchester City play Liverpool at the Etihad Stadium. It's a meeting of two teams with designs on mounting a title challenge this season, encouraged by their positive starts to the campaign. Ahead of the big match, we assess how the two teams compare in our player versus player analysis. Pep Guardiola left and Jurgen Klopp go head-to-head when Manchester City play Liverpool. Goalkeeper Ederson. Manchester City vs Simon Mignolet Liverpool. There is quite a lot of attention on the goalkeeping position at both clubs, and neither have had the luxury of a settled stopper for a good while, in the same way Manchester United have had David de Gea or Hugo Lloris at Tottenham. Guardiola went for broke with the £35 million signing of Ederson in the summer, but it will take much longer than just 3 Premier League matches to make a judgment on him. He has conceded twice so far, a close-range Wayne Rooney finish for Everton that went through his legs, and a Charlie Daniels thunderbolt for Bournemouth that any keeper would have struggled with. Mignolet is expected to be in the Liverpool side, having been rested for the 40 win over Arsenal last time out when Lloris played in his place. There have always been question marks about Mignolet's handling, and he is prone to the occasional error, but improvements have certainly been made from this time last season. Rating: Ederson 710, Mignolet 710. Brazilian goalkeeper Ederson was signed from Benfica for £35 million over the summer. Simon Mignolet makes a penalty save during Liverpool's Champions League playoff win. Right-back Kyle Walker. Manchester City vs Joe Gomez Liverpool. The dynamism of Kyle Walker as a wing-back on the right is crucial to Guardiola's plans, whether deployed in a 352 or a 433 setup, and he was clocked as the Premier League's quickest player this week. Having been suspended for the match at Bournemouth following his red card against Everton, Walker's return is important for City, and Guardiola will be eager to unleash him on Liverpool. However, Walker will have to contend with Sadio Mane on Saturday, which will be a real test of his defensive attributes. There were some fears for Liverpool when Nathaniel Clyne was ruled out for several months with a back injury, but young Joe Gomez has more than been up to the task. He was particularly excellent in the 40 win over Arsenal and seems to have put last season's setbacks well and truly behind him. Walker 810, Gomez 810. Pep Guardiola protests Kyle Walker's sending off in the 11 draw against Everton last month. Joe Gomez challenges Patrick Van Aanholt of Crystal Palace during Liverpool's 10-win centre-back Vincent Kompany. Manchester City vs Dejan Lovren. Liverpool. Kompany may be an injury doubt for the game against Liverpool, but the 31-year-old still has plenty to offer. The Belgian's vast experience of these type of important fixtures will be invaluable, though Liverpool's fleet-footed attack will put his aging legs to the test. Liverpool never did sign that commanding centre-half they wanted over the summer, and so the doubts of last season persist, especially over Lovren. He was at fault for both of Hoffenheim's goals, for example, in the second leg of their Champions League playoff, but looked more assured in the win over Arsenal. Kompany 7.5, Lovren 7. Vincent Kompany has started the season impressively at the heart of City's defence. Doubts remain over Dejan Lovren, and Liverpool failed to sign a centre-back over the summer. Centre-back Nicolas Otamendi. Manchester City vs Joel Matip. Liverpool. Otamendi was the victim of an horrendous challenge by Luis Suarez during the World Cup qualifiers, but managed to complete the game. An ever-present for City so far, Otamendi has been a solid and reliable presence during the early part of the season, and will be expected to contain Liverpool's attacking threat. Matip has also completed every minute for his team in the season so far and will be encouraged by this given his injury niggles last season. A consistency of fitness and form will hopefully continue the string of dependable performances he put in last season. He will need to be switched on against City's deadly attack though. Otamendi 7 Matip 7 Nicolas Otamendi challenges Everton striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin during the 11 draw. Joel Matip pictured in training this week ahead of Liverpool's visit to Manchester City. Left-back Benjamin Mendy Manchester City vs Alberto Moreno Liverpool. A belated start to life in the Premier League for Mendy, who had to overcome a thigh strain before making his debut in the 21 win at Bournemouth. Already a fan favourite at the Etihad, the £52 million signing from Monaco possesses all the qualities to be the flying wing-back Guardiola is after, and City's support will be looking forward to seeing more of him. On the other hand, there were certainly a lot of dissenting voices when Moreno returned the season. It's crucial HES up to speed on Saturday, otherwise he'll spend a great deal of time chasing the ball. Fernandinho 810 Henderson 810 Fernandinho in action for Brazil during the World Cup qualifier with Colombia this week. Jurgen Klopp has a hand slap for Henderson following Liverpool's 10 win over Crystal Palace. Left central midfield David Silva Manchester City vs Jorginho Wijnaldum. Liverpool may have a new hairstyle this season, but David Silva's old magic remains. A couple of assists in the matches at Brighton and Bournemouth have kicked off the Spaniard's season in style. With all the flair and creativity he brings to the side, it's really little wonder City are keen to extend his contract by a further year until 2020. It will be interesting to see how Liverpool's signing of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain from Arsenal impacts on Wijnaldum, who has been Klopp's go-to central midfielder in the opening games of the season. If he plays as well against City as he did against Arsenal 2 weeks ago, he doesn't have to worry about his place. Silva 8.51 Wijnaldum 810. David Silva has started the new season in fine fashion with 2 assists. Jorginho Wijnaldum competes for the ball with James Tompkins during the win over Palace. Forward Bernardo Silva Manchester City vs Mohamed Salah. Liverpool. Guardiola is certainly well stocked in the attacking department, and there has been a fair bit of experimenting in the opening 3 games of the season. Bernardo Silva, signed from Monaco over the summer, could line up on the right side of the forward line as he did at Bournemouth and will be hoping for his first goal or assist in English football. Klopp is also blessed with plenty of choice in attack, and Mohamed Salah has made an excellent start to the season since his move from Roma. The Egyptian has scored 3 goals and offered up 2 assists in a bright start to his Anfield career, and his electric pace absolutely terrified Arsenal last time out. Silva 7.510 Salah 8.510. Bernardo Silva in action for Manchester City in the friendly game against Girona. Mohamed Salah has enjoyed an excellent start to life at Liverpool, with 3 goals so far. Forward Sergio Aguero Manchester City vs Roberto Firmino. Liverpool. Worth Raheem Sterling suspended and unable to face his former club. Guardiola may reshuffle his forward line to accommodate both Aguero and Jesus, or potentially Leroy Sane on the left. Aguero was dropped for the visit to Bournemouth, but you have to imagine he'll be back again for such an important game. Surely. Aguero is only 7 goals away from overtaking Eric Brook as City's all-time leading goal scorer, and he has an excellent record against the top sides. Over at Liverpool, Firmino has enjoyed a superb start to the season, scoring 3 times and also setting up 3 more goals. On the same private jet back from Brazil as Fernandinho, Liverpool will hope HES fresh and ready to torment City's backline on Saturday to add to those tallies. Aguero 910, Firmino 8.510. Sergio Aguero stretches to shoot during City's 11 draw with Everton last month. Roberto Firmino heads home the opening goal in Liverpool's 40 thrashing of Arsenal forward Gabriel Jesus. Manchester City vs Sadio Mane. Liverpool fears that Jesus might lose his early momentum in City colours after suffering that foot injury have well and truly been dispelled. A goal at Bournemouth a fortnight ago continued his rich scoring form from the tail end of last season, and Jesus looks every bit as good as the hype. One of the dilemmas for Klopp is whether to reintroduce Philippe Coutinho to his team now the Brazilian has returned from injury and didn't move to Barcelona on deadline day. But Liverpool's front three have been firing so well in his absence. Expect Klopp to stick with the excellent Mane and stick Coutinho on the bench. With 3 goals from his opening 3 league games, Mane is terrorizing opposition defences once again. Jesus 910, Mane 910. Gabriel Jesus takes on Andrew Sermon during City's win at Bournemouth last time out. Sadio Mane points the way during Liverpool's 40 demolition of Arsenal total. Manchester City 88.5110, Liverpool 86,110.